Alright, so this is going to be just a short video about the switch section of my Saberforge Prodigal son that I'm in the process of building. I'm taking a video of this in order to immortalize this section because I'm shortly going to be sending it back with an RMA form so that I can get the new and improved switch section. But this one in and of itself is pretty cool. So this is a older version than the current version, but not the oldest version. The oldest version, instead of these little faux LEDs with the green and red lights, they were just triangles that were painted on. And that was the picture that was used at the time that I ordered it, so when I got it in the mail and had these nice little bits of plastic instead, that was a pleasant surprise. The biggest difference that I've noticed is that these little copper pieces are just kind of glued on. I've seen a lot of pictures of these coming unglued after sparring. Fortunately, that's not something I'll have to worry about with the new one, as they're just directly anodized in that layer instead of being separate pieces that are attached. And you can see how the switch works is there's a little latching switch inside there. Push down on the plate, clicks into place, clicks off. Pretty elegant design, if I say so myself. Not quite as nice as actually having this be a functioning switch like on the Force Effects lightsaber, but, you know, they're using standard parts, they're working with what they got. This is the Adaptive Saber Parts plug-and-play latching switch installed in there. At the time that I bought this, I got it with an offer that the latching switch would be pre-installed if you bought both the switch section and the switch at the same time. Unfortunately, they stopped selling the separate body section, and now they only offer a combined switch and body section, which is very nice and a lot more cost-effective, but in my case meant that I would never be able to complete this without spending an exorbitant amount of money. Fortunately, one of the customer service representatives replied to my reaching out and said, send this back, and if it's still in resellable condition, which, as you can see, it is. I mean, I never sparred with it or anything. We'll try to accommodate that. We'll give you a credit on your account so that you can buy the new and improved version. So that's what I'm going to do. And I also just wanted to get some video of this before I have to send it back, as I will never be seeing it again. But hopefully the new version that I get will be better. While I'm here, I might as well show off the other parts of the saber that I had assembled so far. Here we have the emitter, blade retention screw right there, and the extension, dual tone and tritone respectively. Yeah, you can see there's some reflective material inside the neck of the emitter, since the actual LED module goes inside the extension. It's designed to reflect the light up and into the blade. I did get the Saberforge blade specifically designed for this. It's actually the day blade. Can't quite fit the whole thing on camera, but it is rather nice. Kind of bullet tip there. And the film is not glued in. That's to allow for a tighter fit with the thin neck. I will probably not be using this blade for sparring with this lightsaber. Assuming that I do ever spar with this lightsaber, I might just finish the shell. I'll probably get a thin-walled blade for this, and I found out that 7/8 inch outer diameter thin-wall blades will actually fit into the emitter, or they should. The only downside is that there'd be a little bit of a gap on the outside, but that can be remedied by just using a piece of 1 inch outer diameter thin wall. This lightsaber's a work in progress. I can say, even as unfinished as it is, still a major step up from the toy version. And as they say, you know, you get what you pay for. Metal one, rather pricey, but much nicer, either as a costume accessory or as an instrument of dueling. I do have some more plans for other lightsabers, but that'll have to wait for a separate video. Goodbye.